We're live. Hey guys, it's Michelle,
And
Unredacted
Aubrey.
Truth with special
Sorry.
guest. This is starting out.
Yes,
just how we hope.
flirting.
Aubrey Renee, she has her own YouTube channel, and I am so blessed to have her as a guest today. She is going to help me to review my 6 favorite candles, my absolute favorite in all price ranges. They go all the way from, I think, $14 is the cheapest to $125 is the most expensive in a 6 candle review. Aubrey has never smelled any of these, so we are going to get first reactions from her. They are literally, I've been smelling candles, lighting candles. You guys have seen some of my candle reviews. I tried a lot of them, and it's pretty exciting that I'm going to have her here to say, Mom, they all stink. They all smell the same. She will be very honest, which is why I chose her, because I want you to know what candles you should buy for your home. So let's get started. So anything you want to share, Aubrey, before we get in?
I don't know candles, so that's Mom's expertise. Mine is not. So
What's your expertise?
Horses.
Everybody knows,
Outdoors,
right? Anyone who's ever
animals.
met her. Guys,
Yeah.
Can we change our background here? There we go. Does that look so much better? That was really annoying me.
Okay.
All right. So everybody knows she's our horse girl. And yeah, we are going to be doing another one. We're going to be doing quite a few of these together, sometimes on her channel, sometimes on mine. So be sure, if you enjoy this content, be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. We love your engagement. Let us know what other things you'd like us to talk about. So she says, I have told her, I think people would love to know just basic grooming and horse care. And she's like, Mom, everybody knows how to do that. And I'm like, we're in Southern California, not Kentucky. And even in Kentucky, we were shocked at how many people had never ridden a horse. I mean, you just think where horses are pretty
Horse capital of the world.
Horse capital of the world. Thoroughbred capital of the world. Kentucky, they're prevalent. They're not very expensive. I mean, there are some like in the millions, right? So tell them about some of the horses that you've
My
shown.
favorite, Big John B. I believe he sold for about 1.2 million, and there have been higher, but that's just one I've worked with personally.
So she does help with the TaylorMade sales. Everyone knows TaylorMade, and here in Southern California, we know TaylorMade regarding golf, but in Kentucky and in the South and in the Midwest, it's all about horses when you hear the Taylor family. We have been so blessed to meet some of the Taylor brothers themselves, and just awesome. We'll give a shout out to David Taylor, one of our favorite people.
And Duncan.
And Duncan. And so anyway, she does know her horses, and she has worked helping to sell horses in the millions. So we should start by saying you might hear a little bit of background noise. Out here is the backyard. We're upstairs, but we still hear a lot going on out there. You guys have already fallen in love with my grandkids, her kids. So yeah, they're definitely fun boys, and they're playing with their dog, and they actually like the dog crate more than the dog does, I think. So, they lock each other in, and they go in with the dog, and they all take naps in there, and it's just very fun. So let's get moving on our candles. So the first one, and what I'm going to do, I have organized these not by my least favorite to my most favorite, although I have to look. Actually, they are ordered that way, my least favorite to my most favorite, but these are all my absolute favorites out of a lot of candles. So my daughter's been threatening me that she's going to do a live on her channel, and she's going to take you around the house and show you all my perfume and all my candles, my new obsessions that literally just happened since the scamdemic, because I always thought I was allergic to perfume and candles because I hate the smell of most. They give me headaches. And then I discovered the special niche world of candles and perfumes. The good news is they don't have to be super expensive to be made of pure quality ingredients that don't give you a headache. So once I discovered that, I've been going, it's like I've been making up for 40 years worth of candles and perfumes, at least. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, this is why I have her on. She's holding nothing back from you guys, okay? So the first one, many of you know it, is DW Home. And the thing is, so she hasn't smelled this yet. It has a really cool like rubber cap on it. Sometimes they have a copper cap. I love, what's the one called? The tobacco one that I absolutely love. Everybody loves it. It's a #1 seller of theirs. But this is actually even more favorite. Let me just zero in for a minute. Tobacco Oud. Beautiful black, matte black with a rubbery thing. So just the presentation is beautiful. Can you smell? So yes, we're going to let her smell. And we're not lighting them only because, what do you think?
It would actually make a nice men's cologne.
Okay, so those of you who are new, you may not know this about me. I love, love, love unisex fragrances. And not just for my home, but also to wear. I'm not, other than there are a few, you know, Delina is one of my favorite all-time perfumes. It's probably the only feminine scent that I own. Most things I own are very unisex, but I do like them a little more feminine leaning for perfume, whereas for candles, I like my house to just smell rich and elegant. And can you smell the tobacco in there?
I don't think so, but maybe a little
so there's soapy. So see, it's nice because there's a little bit of tobacco, but it's not super, super strong. Let me see what happens here. Oh, I didn't do any of the notes for that one in my notes, but it does have a little bit of tobacco. It has a little bit of sandalwood, which I've discovered that I love sandalwood in everything, perfume, candles, air freshener, whatever.
Is that the soapy?
So that soapy is actually a blend of the tobacco and the oud. So I don't normally like ouds. It's a wood, and often it's a very, very strong. I actually have some oud perfumes that we'll talk about another time, but there's a little bit of jasmine in here. There's a little bit of sweetness, but it isn't totally masculine, right?
No,
I mean,
it's nice.
It's nice for home, right? Mm-hmm. See, I'm gonna sway her my direction as I do with you all when I'm doing Unredacted Truth. So,
I do like it.
So she likes it. Okay, it's not her favorite, right? And I'm guessing I've actually bought her a couple candles. And they're definitely more jasmine, gardenia, a lot more homey floral scents. And there is one in this brand that I'm going to get her that I know she's going to love, even though it's a little bit masculine. So moving on to the next. What I will say is the reason we're not lighting them is because then all the fragrances would blend, which I will tell you because of the notes in each of these. It would be beautiful in here, but my husband and I will be sleeping in here tonight, so probably not a good idea to overwhelm us with scent. And we want to be able to smell them each individually. Now, this one, Tyler Candles, they're such cool jars. And this is a huge one. This is 22 ounces. Oh, so I wanted to tell you that. Let me tell you, on the last one, I believe it's 8 ounces. And about $16. That was DW Home Tobacco Oud. I should have told you that before. Okay, this is Tyler. The reason I bought this one is it is called Red Carpet. You guys know my company, Rock Your Red Carpet, and it's red. So I actually got it for our retreat at the beach that was in May this year. And it made the whole beach house smell so good that the woman who owns the place where we had the retreat literally called me the next day and said, "What is that amazing smell? It just smells so good." And I told her it's my Tyler Candle Red Carpet, but Bree wasn't at the retreat because she was in Kentucky.
All the fun things happen when I'm out of town.
Ooh. Pretty strong, right? I can actually smell it from here. This thing has cold throw. So
I like it.
just a little bit of education that you may not know. So hot throw is the distance and the area that it covers when it's lit. Cold throw is how much you can smell the candle when it's not lit. This candle has amazing cold throw. And I will say that during the retreat, what I did is Bill and I would light it in the morning. And then once the people got there, we would put it out, but leave the top off. And it just filled the entire home. And it's a fairly small home, but right on the beach, you have the ocean air mixed with it. Doesn't that smell amazing?
I really like this one.
She really likes it. I'm thrilled. It's not very expensive. So I will tell you that is, I don't know what happened to all my things. Oh, here it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so the Tyler, this is 22 ounce, $22, which is actually really reasonable. It's very big. That's already burned halfway. So the top note is passion fruit. It's slightly citrusy. I smell some like either bergamot or lemon, maybe even tangerine or something in there. There's a little bit of raspberry. I definitely smell the raspberry. And it may be red that's just making me. I definitely smell some fruits. And fruity florals, actually, I love. I don't know why I always tend to masculine scents because I love fruity florals. So passion fruit, a little bit of plum. There's some honey. I can smell that sweet honey. Now, I will warn you, when you buy candles, when you buy perfume, I'm not a lover of honey because it often smells like pee.
I learned that today, and I thought it was amazingly hilarious.
So literally, honey can smell like pee in candles and perfume. So be careful. I'm very, very sensitive to smells. And actually, I never had such an acute sense of smell until I was pregnant with my first son. And my sense of smell never diminished. It's bizarre because he's 34 years old and I still have very acute sense of smell. So if there's pee in the room, I can smell it. You go to certain areas of town where, people urinate on the sidewalks and it stinks. Anyway, so I don't want to smell pee. And often honey, if there's too much honey in a fragrance, it smells like pee. So this doesn't, right? Can you smell the honey though? It's got like a little sweet, it's really a beautiful, beautiful scent.
I'm not one really to distinguish the different scents.
I
just like them all together.
Right? They blend. And that's what I will say about every one of these 6. They blend so beautifully together that you just get a great scent. I'm really starting to learn. I've told you guys, I want to go to Paris and actually train under a perfumer, just take a master class, not like major training, but just a master class to really be able to pick out the notes. But I'm learning the notes just from listening to perfume reviewers, candle reviewers, and I'm noticing notes over and over that I like, and it makes it easier for me to identify them. I can identify citrus really well, but I can't tell the difference usually between bergamot and Italian lemon, and tangerine has a little bit of a different scent, but usually it's like, smells citrusy to me or smells spicy to me, maybe a little clove, little cinnamon. So anyway, this one, you do get better at picking them out just because you see what else you like. This is slightly spicy, and I do pick up a tiny bit of cinnamon. I think there's something else in there, clove or something. Do you smell any kind of spice? No, just the passion fruit is very dominant in this.
And I love it.
But doesn't it smell it? So now I know what to get her. So this is also an up inside thing, so I know what to get her for Christmas. Everybody needs candles in their home, make their homes smell good. So really good deal. That is Red Carpet from Tyler Candles. And I will tell you, not this one specifically, but Tyler Candles, I ordered a couple of them. I asked for recommendations because I said I do occasionally a candle or perfume review on YouTube. And so they sent me a really great package in order for me to be able to smell different things. And they sent some a lingerie wash. And I will tell you, I did my sheets in it, and it was the flavor Diva. Unflippin' believable. I haven't smelled the Diva candle yet, so it's not in my top 6, but I think it will be. It smells amazing. All right, so we're going to go for the next one, and it's kind of big, so I have to reach around the corner here. Wah, wah, wah. Woo. Okay, so again, this is beautiful packaging, sand and fog. What led me to these is they're all kind of beachy scents. I think they have different ones now, but this is they've got really nice lids on them. Oh, it's really well sealed so you don't lose the scent. And it's big for my hand, guys. My hand is about that size. We'll have Bree take it. Her hand's no bigger, but she's stronger fingers. So it's 3 wicks, so it burns. Ooh, see how smooth and easily that is? She can smell it already. But this is a local Southern California. 3 women friends got together. They were all wanted to retire from their corporate jobs, and they got together and built this candle company. And some people have a problem because they use because they don't use soy wax. They do use a paraffin, but it is food grade paraffin, and it has been completely approved by the, all those different organizations out there who approve safety. And they are cotton wicks, so you don't have lead or anything in them. Anyway, this is Festival of Lights, Sand and Fog. I could just smell this all day. So each one is getting a little better to me. So smell that one.
It smells really clean.
Very clean. Almost spa-ish, right? Yeah. Almost like you're walking into a very high-end spa in Cabo. And so this is the 35-ounce candle, which is huge. And it's only $44, which I know you might be thinking that's a lot, but you can find these on sale. You guys, I am the queen of sales. Ask my daughter. I am frugal. I say I'm not cheap because I'm going to buy what I like. I'm not going to sacrifice quality for price, but I'm not going to pay full retail either. Hardly ever. It's very rare that I pay full retail. Anyway, so 35 ounces, $44. I have burned the heck out of this. And as you can see, it's about a third left is all. And now I'm saving it because it makes my house smell so good. Literally, it smells like you're walking into a spa when I burn it. So I definitely smell the bergamot right on the top. There's just that fresh lime that hits your bergamot that hits you. It's a type of lime. They use it a lot in fragrances. I want to see what else is here. Jasmine and gardenia. So I get my white. I know jasmine really well. I actually know gardenia pretty well. My mom always grew gardenias. We've always had jasmine around. But the two together is just this beautiful. I love white florals together, but I can't stand heavy white florals. So there are a lot of perfumes, like some of the Jo Malones, even though they're fresh and clean, they have just so much white floral. It's just like sickeningly sweet to me, and I don't want to smell that. This is a clean, the citrus kind of pulls down the white florals, the jasmine and the gardenia. So it's not super sweet, right? No, I mean, it's correct. Sweet, yeah, but it's not nauseating. There's also some orange blossom, which is another very sweet white flower. But again, there's enough bergamot. And then what's great is in the base notes, the dry down, as you will, in a perfume. So the thing that kind of shines through and keeps it from giving you a toothache is there's some amber and some cedar wood, which I love amber, cedar wood. I love tobacco that's very light, like in the first candle. I don't like heavy tobacco, but this does have the amber and cedar wood, which keeps it from being just sickeningly sweet. So anyway, that is Sand and Fog, Festival of Lights. I will put links in the more section below where you can buy every one of these. And I will tell you, a lot of them, especially the more expensive ones, you can buy at Nordstrom. And it's better than buying them from the actual manufacturer because Nordstrom, you may not know this, they have free shipping on everything. Free shipping and free returns. No questions asked returns. So if you get a candle, you burn it for a few days and you say, this just is not me. I don't like the way it smells in my home. It doesn't give me any cold throw, whatever. You can return it. They pay the shipping back. They paid the shipping there. It is, I still love, Nordstrom is one of the best stores that does, they have the best customer service. They have the best business practices of any store. And I know a lot of us who were in sales in the 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s, we kind of learned through Nordstrom. What does Nordstrom do? They treat their customers like kings and queens. And it keeps you coming back, because I'm not afraid to buy something expensive when we get to a couple more candles down the road. I'm not afraid, because if it's not worth it to me, I'll return it. And normally, if I'm going to spend a lot of money for something, I already know I absolutely love it. So that is Sand and Fog, Festival of Lights. I love it. Again, we're going to put the top on. Oh, and they always have the little story of the women who started the company inside their lid. And it's a nice thick lid with a rubber seal. So it really presses on there and keeps that scent in. All right. So now we're going to come over here. Bree's got one here. So now we're getting into the little more boutique brands. This is Marie Louise. Oh, sorry. Maison Marie Louise. Let me see if you can see that. And this is the ever-loved Balincourt. I think it's Bois de Balincourt. We were talking about French accents today. I want to at least try to speak French, even though I don't. So this is 8.5 ounces for $36. And actually, it's a steal for the quality. What do you think of that?
For the quality?
I don't think she likes it.
It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell much.
That is heaven to me. So those of you, oh, we hear a baby crying because he wants to come up the stairs. So this again is a very unisex scent. Those of you who know, oh my gosh, what is it? Did I write? Oh, Santal 26, the candle, or Santal 33, the fragrance, very expensive fragrance. This is an exact dupe from what I understand. I've smelled the fragrance, but I haven't smelled. Well, do you want to let them come up?
That's what I was thinking.
They can come up. We're going to have a little intrusion, but that's great. So anyway, it is very unisex. I love the scent in my home. What do you smell there? I mean, obviously it smells a little more manly than the last two.
Does it?
Don't you think? It's very, very woody. So
maybe. I don't think of that as manly.
Okay, I love that, because a lot of people, she's absolutely right. Woody, I think the ones that you consider more manly are the tobacco, the leather, and I do not like leather normally, but I love a little bit of leather in a candle to just make it smell delicious. So this it's very, very woody. It has rich wood notes, and you can tell there's sandalwood in it. I can tell there's sandalwood in it. There is amber cedar wood, which is one of my favorites. I have a cedar chest that I've had since high school graduation that I just love the smell of cedar. There is a little bit of vetiver. So that's that scent that's a little unique. Do you like the?
Nice way to say it.
Is there something you don't like in there, or do you pretty much like it? It's just not strong.
I think when it's lit, it would smell.
It definitely has a much better hot throw than cold throw, obviously. But I'll agree with her. I usually have this up on my mantle in the living room, and if I walk by, I catch it, and I'm like, "Yum! What is that?" I forget it's there because it doesn't put out a lot. But it's all soy, just completely cotton wicks, healthy to put in your house. So jasmine, sorry.
While she looks at that, one thing I will say, if it's burning in my mom's house at all, it won't give you a headache. She is the most sensitive person, in a good way.
Yes.
That you will ever meet.
Definitely in a good way. I'm so sensitive in a good way. True. Literally anything fake gives me a headache. And I told you guys, I thought I hated vanilla perfumes and candles because they always give me a terrible headache. That's because people buy Bath and Body Works, not to put you down if you do. I just can't do it. It gives me such a bad headache because it's imitation vanilla in perfumes. It reminds me of it doesn't smell like vanilla. When we make chocolate chip cookies, which we do a lot now that the boys are here, when I pour it out, I literally take the tablespoon after I've dumped it out, and there's just that little bit remaining in the tablespoon, and just smell it. I love real vanilla, but I never knew that if you get in the higher end candles and perfumes, it's real vanilla. Can be, it doesn't have to be, but real vanilla does not give me a headache at all. And I've noticed, you've noticed, everything I love has vanilla in it and sandalwood. Just give me vanilla and sandalwood and I'm going to be happy. So anyway, this is very, very woody. Cedarwood vetiver. It's a little spicy. I can't pick out the cinnamon. That's how well it's done. Mm-hmm. Can you pick out cinnamon? So people's noses are different. Remember, these are my reviews and her reviews, but you may not like woody things at all. You may not like ambery things at all. You may not like jasmine. You might like rose like crazy. I like a little rose in some things, blended with some things, but I'm not a big rose person. And yet I love, love, love.
You're live at 5. Very, very soon.
I'm live at 5 soon, so I need to move. All right. So the next one is Makes It Easy. So that was Maison.
In a box.
Sorry. Maison Lumerie Bois de Balincourt. This is brand new out of the box, and I have not smelled it yet. This is Maison Louise Marie. La Petite Louise, 8.5 ounces, $36. Okay, I immediately smell green bamboo. I have an apothecary candle that's one of my favorites. I smell green bamboo. Look how smooth that is. Hold it so it really sits there for a minute so the camera focuses. Look how smooth the top is. So that's one of the things that I look at is they need to be perfectly smooth on top. The wick needs to be centered. You don't, in a glass jar, look around here, there aren't big air bubbles in this glass jar. And there's the beautiful, I just love their simplistic jar. Is that just gorgeous? Gorgeous. So I definitely smell the bamboo. There's a little bit of citrus on top. Jasmine, right? You smell jasmine, the white starry flowers.
Yeah.
There's some gardenia. The gardenia and the jasmine blend together beautifully. I can't pick out the two, but you can tell it's white flowers. There's some lilac in there, which I haven't smelled lilac since a little stay in Montana one time. But there is vanilla and orange blossom. And I'll tell you, there's just enough vanilla to make it amazing. Guys, I'm going live on 5 at Facebook in just a minute. So we have to push through this one. I love it, but we have not burned it yet. So you'll see more on this one. That smells amazing. Fresh and clean. What's your impression, Brie? Do you like it?
I kind of like it, but it reminds me of a soap you would find at Grandma's house.
Well, my mother,
she have the very Chanel. Bougie.
She did have bougie taste. She does have bougie taste. Sorry. She's 89 years old and she does have bougie taste, but yes.
Which she passed on to my mom, the bougie blood, we call it. That's why she
can't
handle the cheap stuff.
She has it too. We don't want to have to spend a lot of money on things, but we just do. Okay, so we're going to do the next, and I know she's going to love this. She has to because nobody could not like this. The last is Cire Trudon or Cire Trudon. It's actually French, and this is the flavor Ernesto. Let's show them the
I do like
beautiful. Look at this. That is actually a gold label. This glass is hand blown in Italy, hand blown in Tuscany. It's shaped like a champagne bucket. And actually, you can buy a big one that actually you can use for a champagne bucket. Look at this beautiful, it's a French label. So they're actually made still in just outside of Paris. Sorry, that light is really reflecting off the gold. Let me see if I can do this. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. Oh, man. Nobody does it like them. This is a 9.5 ounce candle for $125. I know. Ask for one for Christmas. You need it. Palo Santo is another one of their huge sellers. I actually got it at Nordstrom and I had to return it. It smells exactly like Catholic Church. I'm sorry, but exactly like Catholic Church incense. If you love that, get it. Palo Santo. The people at Nordstrom were so helpful and they told me I would love Ernesto. Beautiful. Love. Beautiful. See? Bougie taste. $125 candle. No, I'm not buying her this for Christmas. I'm not doing it. It's a little citrusy. There's some bergamot on top. Little grapefruit, which you can tell it's just a little different than most citruses.
502.
We know.
Okay, it's a little spicy. There's clove. Now, this is how tobacco is done beautifully. There is tobacco in it, but it's a fresh green tobacco. It's not a dirty, smoky ashtray tobacco. It's tobacco leaves, actually. There's amber in it. There's a little bit of leather. Again, I don't like leather normally, but this is done just like you're sitting in a nice, comfortable leather chair. Just that little bit of leather you get in it. There's oak moss, which one of my favorite all-time perfumes is the original Ferragamo. There's oak moss in that also. I love that scent. It just makes everything blend beautifully. And then there's a little bit of rum, and then there's patchouli. I will tell you, I don't like a dirty patchouli, but I love this. I love a fresh green patchouli. That's what's in here. All of their ingredients are so highly sourced in the Parisian area and the French countryside. And then they blow the glass in Italy. It's like, what a great collaboration. The labels are beautiful. It is a statement piece on your mantle. Get one, go to Nordstrom, try them all. If you're blessed enough to have a Cire Trudon candle shop in your area, they have room sprays, they have wax melts, they have fragrances. Go try them out. I'm telling you, this is by far my favorite. Ernesto. It's probably not a blind buy. Ernesto is a blind buy, but the rest probably not. So that's it, guys. I'm going to switch right over to Facebook Live. So I need to cut out. Thank you for being here. We love you. Thank you for being here, Bree.
Of course.
Isn't it great to have her?
But really, I do want to do Mom's Hiding Places. I think it would be hilarious for you guys to see because they're not the places you'd expect. And that's what I love the most.
I run out of room. I don't like too much clutter on my counters. So sometimes I have to put them in cabinets and sometimes upstairs, sometimes downstairs, sometimes.
Okay, behind the wine glasses,
We'll see.
We'll find out more.
Okay. I love soap too. We won't even get into that here, but I love you all. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, share. And please do us a favor if you don't mind and subscribe. Okay. Join me over on Facebook, Michelle Moore Winder, live at 5. Michelle Moore Winder. I will see you in a moment. I have lots of intel to share.
Great to see you guys.
Thanks for being here.
Woo. Awesome. That went great.